So after a bit of messing around with technical issues, I'm back and I'll just sort of go through this with you. So we've got a question here, and if we have a look just above, let me just do this for you. If we have a look, the question is, S.A. Rogers Limited, manufacturer of confectionery. Its products include Boyle sweets and toffees. Sam Rogers, the managing director, is worried that these products are old-fashioned and wants to make sure that the sweets will appeal to a younger generation. At present, he's considering three alternatives. Bio-rival confectionery manufacturer Zingy Sweets Limited refurbishes existing factory with new machinery in order to make it new products, or do nothing. Sam Rogers asked a management consultant friend to estimate the profitability of success of each of the alternatives and the estimated revenue. The results are given below. So let me put that there. And then we will have a go at doing this. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is have a go with me and just do it as we go. All right. So here we go. So if you remember, we start off with our initial decision box, and in this case, we've got three decisions, haven't we? We've got three decisions like this. Now, this is a weird circumstance because in this case, usually there is in the do nothing. Usually, the do nothing would basically the do nothing would basically look like that. And it would just mean, and there would be nothing because it would be zero cost. It would be an alternative, just a cost cut, the cost saving measure essentially is if we needed that. But in this case, they've actually given us something for it. So let's space it out and let's give ourselves a nice little bit of room to do it on. All right. So first of all, we've got our option here. We've got Zingy Sweets. Zingy Sweets. And that's going to cost 480. Now, it says on here 480, but it's in hundreds of thousands. So 480,000. The next one is refurbish the factory. So we'll put factory. And what's the factory going to be? That's 360,000. And then do nothing would cost 0, wouldn't it? Okay, now these bits here, if you remember, sorry if my mics, I'll try and move my mic a little bit so you can hear me better, but these are your EVs, aren't they? This is where you're essentially your what's it called, would go, your estimated values, which means that the sort of overall of, the agreed, what we found out that the most likely thing that we're going to make off that investment is essentially an agreed final amount for that decision. So that's going to be done last, so don't worry about that for now. But then we've got to go further and we've got to say, right, okay, let's break these off into two. We've got high and low options for all of them. Usually you wouldn't. Usually you'd only have two lots and then the bottom as well. But so we've got success and failure, success and failure, success and failure, haven't we? And if you remember on the success and failure, we've got to have a look at the probability of success. Now, the probability of success on this, if we buy Zingy Sweets, is 0.6. That means it's got to add up to 1, so the failure must be 0.4. On the factory, the success is 0.7, so that the failure must be 0.3. And on this one, we've got a success in do nothing, which again, I don't really understand the logic, of 0.9. Okay. Now, next thing we need to do, hopefully you've done this already, is we have to have a look at the estimated revenues. Okay. Now, in this, got to remember they're in hundreds of thousands, so add this on. Now, so that's 2.4 mil success, if you remember, and then failure we've got 400,000. For the factory, we've got 1.9 mil. And then we've got nothing for if we do. Sorry, if we did badly, we'd make 600 grand. And then doing nothing, we've got 1.1 mil. And then for failure, 900,000. Okay, and then we've got to times them up by our probabilities. Okay, so times 0. Oops. You see there? Yep. Times 0.6 times 0.4 times 0.7 times 0.3, 0.9, and therefore 0.1. Okay, let's do the sum. So we've got 2.4 mil. Let's do these. I've just got my calculator out here. So 2.4 million times by 0.6 is 1440. Okay, so 1.4. We've got 400,000 times 0.4 is 160,000. We've got 1.9 mil times 0.7. That's 1330000. Okay. Hopefully you can still see these. Let's just move that down a little bit. And then 600,000 times 0.3, 180,000. Nearly there. 1,1,0,0,0,0. So 1.1 times 0.9 gives us 990,000. And then finally, this would be 90,000, wouldn't it? Because it's 10%. Okay. Then we add them up. So let's add these up. 144,0,0,0,0 plus 160,000 is 1.6. Let's do this in a different colour. 1.6. So that would be those added together. For this one, we've got 1330 plus 180. That's 1510. Okay. And then finally this one, 990,000 plus 90,000 is... Oh no, sorry, it was 900,000, wasn't it? My mistake. Plus 90,000. So 990,000. Okay, now one thing that we haven't done. So let me just what I'll do is I'll just get rid of that off the screen. Sorry, that's me. No, that's that. There we go. So you can see. So our three options are this one, this one, and this one. There's one thing we haven't done though, is we haven't taken off the initial costs. Okay, so final options. Let's do them down here, and we'll do them in this lovely colour here. So we've got to do 1,600,000 minus, and then initial cost, which was for this one 480,000. For the next one, we've got 1,510 minus 360,000. And then finally, we've got 990,000 minus 0. So let me take you over there with it. Yeah, okay. So these are our expected values for the three. Okay, so final ones that we need to do. Let's just do these sums. 1.6 mil minus 480,000 gives us 1.120. Okay, let's do the second one. 1510000, so that's minus 360. Gives us 15 like that. And then this one gives us 990,000, doesn't it? So, after all that, which, as I said, looks a lot more complicated than it really is, to be honest, it brings us out as 3 options. We've got option 1, we've got option 2, we've got option 3. So the question is now, which one do you want to go with? Which one should we have a nice rainbow colour to show which one? Well, this shows the estimated value would be the best on this one, doesn't it? So that means that we should go with, if we look back, what should we go with? We should go with the factory. Because that's the best estimated value. Okay? Hopefully I've just sort of repeated everything that you've done. You know, that's sort of the process of it. I know it looks complicated. I hope it's not been more complicated because I've done it on there, but it does look complicated. It's just because you've got 3 options there, 3 lots of options, 6 different things to do. Usually you don't. Usually you have other things to do. So I hope it's been useful for you. Feel free to have a go with some other numbers. Just stick some other numbers in it. And have a go, and yeah, we'll call it there. Okay, so I hope it's been helpful, and I will see you next time.